everybody. Welcome to the Studying Brew, episode 1257 on this beautiful evening. It is Thursday. It is July 2nd. It is 2 days away from, what do they call it? Quincentennial? It's like basically United States quinceanera. I'm just kidding. It is 250 years, right? America, freedom, all that good stuff. But we're here on this July 2nd to give you that 30 minutes of free, that studying session, that studying brew, the free, the news, we got a lot of great stuff happening. My name is Andy. I'm the guy that runs the back office over at KonaButterflyz. But you're not here for me. You're here for Brandy. She's got her Series 6, 63, 26, 65, and her Series 7, which makes her more than qualified to teach you all the things you need to know. So that way you too can get a pass notice. And bless you, Brandy. We had a great response to our post on Instagram. Man, if you're not following us on social media on Instagram, go ahead and do that. And let's let some folks know, advertise for us if you could, because that's the only way it gets done. Word of mouth, that's how we do. But yesterday, Brandy dropped some information, as we always do when we get it. And if you're brand new for this, we're going to get into some study questions soon. We're going to break some stuff down. But we had an amazing announcement yesterday because Brandy got an email from FINRA that, well, what do you want to say about that, Brandy?
There's a rule change afoot.
I thought you were going to be more dramatic. There's a huge rule change afoot. It is the biggest rule change they possibly going to do. This is going to change like everything. Huge, right? Anyways, we dropped this information and I made like this cool little breaking news type thing. Anyways, we're at like 7,000 people have seen it so far. There's like a few hundred people that have reposted. It's pretty good. I wouldn't consider it viral because I think you have to be like a million or something like that. But
Yeah,
for us, it's pretty good. For us, it's good. But what is it? It changes the wait period. And I know this is what we're going to talk about in the beginning because we want to talk about it and probably share the screen and like get into it right away. Or were you going to do like the other stuff first?
I was gonna do the other stuff, like the intro stuff.
Nah, we ain't got no intro stuff. We got 4th of July coming. They need to study. We got other things to talk about. Let's do this.
Okay.
I want to talk about this.
Okay, hold on.
So, anyways, this changes the wait period in which after attempts are failed, that that uh that you have to wait.
I'll explain.
Yeah, do that.
Okay. So as
Well,
you
you
guys
stopped
know,
talking, so it was like a weird dead silence. No singing, no nothing.
anyways, as you guys may know, that after the first and second attempt, you currently have a 30-day waiting period of an unsuccessful attempt, right? And then when you're on that dreaded third attempt, you have a 180-day window of time. And now FINRA did this because they were like, well, obviously you're not ready. So let's go ahead and give you some time to study. Well, y'all, I don't know if you could see that on the screen.
June 29th on my birthday, FINRA decided to give Andy the biggest present ever.
So basically saying that FINRA went ahead, did the thing that they needed to do, and then they went ahead and they gave it to the SEC, and they said, all right, we want to make this effective immediately. That the rule will now be from 30 days to 15 days after the first and second attempt. And then instead of 180 days, only 60.
So upon dropping this, everybody had a great response, you know. Brandy put this quietly into our story earlier in the day, but nobody kind of saying it. And then I did the whole breaking news video thing, and then it went bananas. And then we got messages directly asking about them. They just failed the exam. They just did all this other stuff. Does this affect them? Or I just took the exam and I just looked up that, you know, and it's still the same.
Yes, it is online.
It hasn't changed. And then we saw stuff on other people's social media, and they're like, dude, people are just posting clickbait. This stuff isn't real. It's only a proposal. So what do you want to say about that?
I read what you guys see on the screen probably 50 times before I even told anybody. I just want you to know.
And then what did you do?
And then I went and I actually read the documentation. Yes, guys, that's what I did. I read the documentation and it said FINRA did everything that it needed to do. And then on June 29th, they sent it to the SEC. Look at, I got it right here. Look at y'all. I got it right
This
here.
is straight from FINRA and the SEC. This is not from some third party. Second, this is first.
Yes.
This is
They're legit.
firsthand information right here.
Right. And so I went to the website. I'm like, okay, everybody says like, nah, it's in the proposal. It's in the proposal. And I'm like, it's not. Like nothing said proposal. So if you guys can see, you guys can read that if you want. But basically it's saying status is filed for immediate effectiveness. So I'm like, okay, what does that mean? Right. It's basically saying that unless the SEC has a massive issue with this, this is going to go effective as soon as the SEC puts out the regulatory notice. It could be retro. It could be in the next 30 days. It could be in the next week. We don't know. And we don't know the specifics of like, well, I'm currently in the 180-day waiting period. Does that mean I could take my test right now? I don't know. We don't know how it's going to roll out. We don't know exactly when the SEC is going to implement it, but it's already there. It's basically saying it's already there. Now, if the SEC wants to, within 60 days, they can pull it back and say, you know what, we don't like this. But as soon as the SEC puts it out, it's there. It takes 3 to 5 business days for FINRA to update their website. And I'm sure guys in the interwebs and all of the CRD stuff and all of that stuff, they've got to update their systems. They've got to update everything. So if you're currently in a waiting period, be patient because I'm telling you, this stuff is going to be rolling out fast.
Yeah, I think you even told me it was 30 to 60 days they have to like this could be in effect, but we don't know yet.
Yeah, it could be even like
But they have as long as 60 days to make this happen.
they
That's as long as they can go.
they basically have 60 days to say, you know what, we don't want to do this anymore. And everything that I read about the documents, it's not going to cost people. Firms are already on board with this. Like FINRA was like, we did our homework. We're good. The firms have been asking for this. There's no cost difference. If anything, there are going to be more people in the securities industry. There's no reason why this can't happen. It's
And
not going to hurt investors. Investors don't even care.
and of course it's since it's from FINRA, the ones that actually do the exams, they're the ones that would have the most to say about this because it affects the exam process. They're the ones that already signed off on it and already said yes.
If you guys can see from this little thing I got right here yesterday, nothing here says anything about this only in the proposal.
No, it says effective. It's done.
Yes. It's just not implemented yet.
Yet. But they have 30, 60 days. So if you're like chomping at the bit, you're like, hey, I want this done now. I'm like in that wait. You're going to have to wait a little bit longer.
So we used to have the saying back in the COVID era when all the test centers were closed and we had no idea when they were going to reopen.
Write it on the screen. Don't just say it. Because everybody needs to do this.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Why did I blank out right now?
Be ready.
Ready. Just be ready. Just be
Explanation
ready.
point.
Just be ready. If you are like, oh, I could take my test tomorrow if they change the rule, then you know what? You
Be ready.
Study.
Yeah,
ready.
and if you're sitting around listening to these other people, or maybe there's people in your office who aren't as informed and didn't go to the website and read all the stuff that we did and looking over it, and you get caught off guard and you're like, oh, you said it wasn't going to be ready. I would have been ready. That's your fault. That's your fault. You got the information right here. You can hear it. Be ready. Who knows?
And you might not get a notice. Let's just assume this. Let's assume if you guys are in the waiting period, FINRA's not going to email you or mail you a letter and say, hey, guess what? You're ready. I would be checking my status legitimately. I would be refreshing the FAQ page on FINRA every single day. I would be checking my CRD. I would be checking it every day and just be like, okay, as soon as it's ready, I'm ready. Boom, boom, boom. That's what I would do.
Yeah, that's what I would do.
Okay. Now, obviously, my eyeballs are going to be out there. I'm going to be watching the FINRA website. I'm going to be on there. I'm going to be like literally obsessed waiting for this SEC notice to come out so that way we can let you all know.
I mean, it just all boils down to how bad you want this.
Exactly.
How
So,
bad do you want this? That's what's going to determine you checking up and following up on this. Be
mhm.
ready. Not off topic, but on topic. What did you read about people in the SIE and their attempts? What did they say?
So what
Oh,
I
I thought you had the screenshot.
oh, I do, but I didn't put it in here because it's like a lot of detail. And sorry guys, I was nerding out as I tend to do with these things. So it was saying about the amount of people who retake the exam. So they did a study, they basically case studied the SIE, the 7 and the 24. Okay. By the way, let me also say this. This is not affecting the MSRB. Not that I don't think we have anybody studying for the MSRB or the options or anything like that. But this is also not affecting the NASA exams. This is not affecting the 63. This is not affecting the 65 or the 66. FINRA is encouraging NASA and these other regulators to follow the same pattern, but they're their own regulator and it's really kind of up to them. So for most of you guys, this is the SIE, the 6, the 7, the 26, or the 24. Okay. Now, what they were saying is that the retake rate is over 70%. I mean, I'm sorry, the passing rate is over 70%, which is huge, right? And that they say that the most of the people who want to retake the exams take it within the next 30 to 34 days. And they think that even more people will probably take it even sooner. And I also saw that 35% of SIEers who don't pass on the first attempt don't take the exam again. Are you kidding me? What? 30 I'm speaking to the 35% right now. Y'all should be taking this test again. Like this is your time, right? And it said like it's like 80% of the series 7 retake the exam. So guys, this is huge. Obviously they're really wanting people to be in the industry. They think that the 30-day and the 60, I mean the 180-day thing, it was just really dragging firms down, discouraging to a lot of people.
And people aren't sticking around.
People aren't sticking around. Stick around. Just if you guys want it, stick around because you'll get it. And they have thousands of questions in their question bank. I just saw that too.
Yeah. So FINRA is not concerned because they have thousands and thousands of questions, they said. So they're not worried about anybody memorizing it. Remember the other day I told you that you're not going to see those exam questions twice? You're not going to have the same exam every time you take it on the last Studying Brew. That's why. That's why their FINRA is changing this up because they don't care. They're like, there's no way.
So much.
There's no way that you can memorize what we have.
Nah.
There's no way you can do that. That was a concern before, and they wanted to make sure that you wouldn't keep that knowledge. Now they're just like, whatever, good luck. So yeah, so if you're like somebody who's taking the Series 65, this is not for you. You're gonna have to wait for NASA to make the same what do I want to say? Approval, and then you can have that your way. So there you go. So that's it. So there you go. Straight from the site. Be ready. It could be tomorrow. It could be as late as 60 days from June 29th. So basically September 1st, right? That's at the latest.
Latest.
So that affects a lot of you.
Yes.
So be ready.
Be
Let
ready.
people know
Be ready.
this is happening.
Yeah.
So awesome.
Yeah.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
So on top of that, how do you get ready? Well, we have our 21-day programs just in time. We got a boot camp coming up. We got all kinds of great stuff to get you guys going. 21 days, guys. I know there's a lot of people that are working. They're on vacation. They're going on vacation, whatnot. I already got people that said they stopped for the foreseeable future because they're worried that they're not going to have enough study time because they're going to go on the road. They're going to be studying. They're going to do all this stuff. You have internet everywhere, right? You can study. Just like I said, if you want this bad enough, you be ready. And I'm just going to ask you this. What are you doing in your vacation that is more important than possibly expanding your business and making more money when you come back to work?
Mm.
I'm just saying.
Mm.
I'm just saying. Some of you guys would rather sell hot dogs on the weekend than study. Some of y'all would rather go re-roof houses than go study. Some of y'all would rather go do anything else but study, right? Studying and getting this thing done can really improve your life and really get you over that hump. And you know what? I wouldn't say this if I didn't know people that really improve their lives by getting that extra license, whether if it's getting securities license or getting that Series 65. I mean, there wouldn't be people on that I know that literally are protecting their book of business because their life improved, because they need to have that extra person to protect their book of business because their lives improved and they need to preserve that. Guys, now is the time to not only improve your life and your state of economics, but also improve the people around you and protect them. There has never been so much job movement, what I want to say,
Yeah, no,
than in recent years. People don't stay at jobs very long. Do you know what happens to their 401ks a lot of times? It stays there. They leave it there. They don't keep the job, but the 401k stays. Why? Because they don't have anybody that can move it and that they trust and can put together a program that's just looking out for them. That's where you step in. There's lots of opportunities to help people around you. Not only that, but there's a lot of ways to help preserve wealth. There's a lot of people that are looking for someone like you to get this thing done. Guys, it is almost at the end of the year. It is the push time. It is to get to this thing done. And I know some people are like, it is not the end of the year. It is around the corner.
yeah,
We were just at the store. They already have the fall stuff out, and it's July. Like, as soon as July 4th is over, y'all know the Halloween stuff is out.
yep,
You already know the back to school and the fall stuff is already out. Good luck finding a swimsuit in July because you're going to find big jackets and sweaters already. It's ridiculous. We are there. We are around the corner. So you need to stay on top of it. You need to get it done. 21 days, you can get this done. And I know there's some people that are preaching that you can get it done in 15 days. You can do our 21-day program in 7 days. We have had people pass the dang thing in 7 days. You don't need to wait for a boot camp if you don't want to. Get it done in 7 days. What you need to do is invest in yourself and make it happen. Brandy and I just recently are going to be investing in Kona with the little pesos that we do have. Guys, it is going to be exciting. We are changing up our book potentially. We are going in a whole different way. It's going to be awesome. So we're investing. You need to be investing. That's how you have improvement. That's how we get to the next side. So y'all need to just let's get this thing done. Get yourself on a program. Scan the QR code. Hit the links. There's no QR code on this one, but hit the links in the chat. You guys can get this done. Oh yeah, there is one in the corner. But you get this thing done. There's links in the chat. Get onto a 21-day program. What are you waiting for? Let's go. Let's go. Right?
mhm,
Let's go.
let's go. And then,
We have the boot camp. Get onto that SIE. It is in the middle. And look, some people can't go to this. Some of our programs are half the price or the same price, and plus you get tutoring and you get 3 books
yeah,
instead of 1 book. So it just depends on what you need. We have one-on-one sessions available. We got small group tutoring available. Guys, check us out. All right, ready?
yeah,
Let's get into those 6 questions before we get too late. Are you ready?
yeah.
What do we want to say about tonight?
All right, tonight, this is when I just take legitimately a 6-question quiz, and whatever happens, happens. I don't skip. I actually remember to copy the 1, the 2, the 3 this time. I don't skip. I go techniques like what we do on Tuesdays first. Might have to apply a little bit of surface level simplified content, but other than that, that's it. And you guys are going to see how we kind of put everything together. All right. So, number 1, already I was like, that's a lot of words. And I kind of only looked at this. So I just said the amount of the bank's deposits required, the amount by which a bank falls short, the amount of the Federal Reserve Board holds, or the amount by which a bank exceeds its required deposits. So when I saw that, I was like, okay, well, this one says falls short. This one says exceeds. Okay. The other two, to me, held on reserve sounds like it's a requirement of the reserve. Get it? Reserve requirement. And then I don't know what B and D are as of yet, because as you can see, I didn't even finish reading. Okay. So I went to the question, and the question says the federal funds represent. Well, I remember that there's an interest rate that says federal funds rate. I remember that was like a bank to bank borrowing. So that means there must be an excess amount of money to be loaned. D is the answer. That's it. Didn't read all of those words on the screen. Just what I highlighted. That's it. Boom. So yeah, that one was a little bit of content. Okay. Loses the 25, keeps the 25, loses the $150 premium paid. Now this one, as you can see, has a lot of detail. It's got the detail, right? So all I did was I went into the question, and well, I guess there's two numbers in here, but I just saw the purchased at, so I crossed those two off. And then I said, okay, whoever purchased it, it expired. That means I lose my premium. C is the answer. That's it. That quick, that easy, that boom, boom. That boom, boom, boom. Simplified. Oh, and if you guys missed it, I only wrote detail because if you notice, C is the only one that specifically says premium. That's where the detail was. All right. I got common shareholders, bondholders, creditors of the corporation, employees of the corporation. So I was like, okay, well, I was looking at this, but those are not securities, right? So I saw these and I'm like, but these aren't securities. And then I said, okay, this is debt and this is equity, right? And so I went to the question, and the question said a preferred shareholder priority claim only over one person, and that is of common, right? I'm preferred share. I'm a preferred stockholder. And then the common stockholders go, I got the most common. I don't know. I don't know. Just a way to remember it. All right. Okay, so then I have direct mail programs, cash and securities, cold call list. Well, I saw cash. Oops, that was weird. All right, so I saw cash and securities, right? And the only other thing that I can see that might pertain to like the securities business is maybe new account forms, but I was really just focusing on the and. And so I went to the question, and it said must be fingerprinted if they handle. I don't know if you guys know this, but you get fingerprinted if you handle cash or securities. So that one was an easy layup.
Yeah, they don't need your fingerprints for the other things.
Nah, you can hand out new account forms and not be fingerprinted. And then let's see. This one I kind of was like massively unfocused, but I still went through and I said, okay, subject to capital gains, long term, may be subject to withholding, will be taxed as short-term gains. And then it says this. Y'all have to look at this.
Taxed at ordinary income.
It says because long-term
Oh.
gain rules don't apply. That's like, trust me, if the US can tax, they're gonna tax, right?
Yeah.
And then as ordinary income. So I just kind of went to the question.
I would have said D just because I've heard you say taxed at ordinary income a million times.
Well, that's what I was kind of thinking was like, I was like, okay, if this is something tax deferred, the answer is going to be D. And then anything else, I kind of just have to look at it. And so we are talking about an ADR, and it did say for several years. So that's not ordinary income. That's definitely going to be the capital gain for a long time. That's it. That's just matching the word.
Long term in several years.
Exactly. Exactly. All right. And then the last one. So you guys saw this, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Didn't do anything fancy or whatever. So I went through this. There are no earning limits. I was like, that's true. There's no annual contribution limit. That's true. A plan's assets must be used. And it has a number. Oh, wait, they all have numbers because they're talking about 529s. But I was like, okay, this is definitely not true.
It has the must, which is a not true statement.
Right. And then it says both the 529 and the ESA could pay for pre-college education expenses as long as it's college. So then I was like, all right, what is not correct? The one that said NT. The one that said must. That simple.
Must is always a red flag for a not true statement.
Correct.
Always, right? Must, always, never,
And only.
only.
Must, only, never, always.
As
That's
you
not
all know, always and forever isn't always, always forever, right?
right. Now,
Shout out to all of us who's gone through divorce, right? So I don't know if that's a proud thing.
yeah, what are we doing here? So here's my 6 out of 6.
Hey, it worked out for us
It did. It
in
did.
the end
2 minutes, 11 seconds. I was
with
distracted.
screenshots. But
With
6 questions in 2 minutes. Like, guys, that's crazy. You don't need to do 6 questions in 2 minutes. But like I said before, if you can add the way that Brandy reads these questions, and if you're a fast reader, listen, just put your finger on the screen, follow word by word. Stop reading it like you're in second grade. Start looking at it at another level where you're looking for those key words, looking for things that say long term, and then you see several years. It's saying the same thing. You're gotta just connect it. It's like almost listening to what the question is asking you. Be a good listener on what the question's asking you and what the answers are saying to you. Where are they presenting to you? And then you go and look in the question and say, what is it asking? Oh, it was going with that one answer right there. I'm reading with intent. I know exactly what I'm looking for because I read the answers first. Now I'm going to read this question with intent. I know exactly what I need to look for. Boom. That's it.
That's it.
Don't overcomplicate it. Most of the stuff that Brandy pointed out tonight is just common sense stuff. It's just regular words that you know. There's nothing complicated about it. Don't overcomplicate it. It's not rocket science, fortunately, right? Because there's a lot of math and I can't do math. There you go. So that's it, guys. You got a lot of information about the FINRA exam, a lot of exciting stuff. Big message, just be ready. Could be 30 to 60 days. We don't know. Be ready. May very well be applied, but do you know what you want to do? Be caught sleeping. Don't be caught sleeping. Be ready for it. And then you are ready to take advantage of that as soon as it pops, right? And then you can go take advantage of that exam and boom, everybody wins. Wins around. So be ready for it. That's our big message with that FINRA update. Guys, go get yourself a quiz. Go study this weekend. Go get yourself a program. 21 day. We got the boot camp coming up. Reach out, ask us questions. We'll be around. Have a happy 4th. Be smart. And most importantly, guys, in this day and age, there is no reason for any of you to be intoxicated and be behind the wheel. Be smart about it. Go get yourself an Uber, get yourself a friend, get a family member, go get yourself a ride. Don't be stupid. All of you guys are smart. Don't make dumb decisions, right? Be smart about it. Y'all be safe out there. And like I always say, stay safe. Wash your hands. Don't touch your face. Don't touch your friend's face. That's all I know. And keep the positive mental attitude. PMA, everybody.
Oh,
Good night.
there's usually no. Okay. Thank you all so much for being on. We so super appreciate you. Practice techniques and keywords in your quizzes. We will see you all next time. Have a great one.